if for some reason you didn't play along, please go back, draw some rectangles, practice this, see how this works. Don't just watch. This isn't a spectator sport. You're not going to learn by watching. Oh, Scotchko, that's how I learn best. Now, you already watched. Do it. Learn by doing. Do it. Practice. And then, now I'm going to trust you, but I want you to do this and then click away. Nothing selected. And I want you to clear this document because we're going to do something else coming up. I want you to click on the meatball in order to select everything. You saw that. That's the easiest way. I could hit Command A. That selects everything. Now, I could click and drag to select everything. I could click, hold down Shift and click in order to select everything. Or I could just click the meatball. So I reinforced the meatball, but to be honest with you, I'd use Command A. That's just it's how I work. It's an easier way to work. My right hand is on the mouse. My left hand hovers near the modifier keys. Okay? And then once everything's selected, hit Delete. And then hit Command S. We want to save this. And we want to save it to the cloud. Okay? This is our first save to the cloud. And we're going to name this Layers 01. Okay? Means our first layers document. And why did I use a lowercase l? We'll talk about that later, but that was intentional because we're going to use camel case naming conventions. I'm not going to force that on you, but you might notice starts with a lowercase letter and then there's a capital letter. Lowercase, capital, capital. No spaces. It's called camel case because when you save out a JPEG, it's going to use this same naming convention. And if you have spaces, have you ever looked at the URL for a JPEG and you see %20 in between words? %20 is HTML for a space. Whether or not that bothers you is another issue. But for right now, just make sure you save this to the cloud. It'll say on your computer if you're saving to the cloud. See, it says cloud documents right here. Save it. And then we can move on to the next mission.